Look, y'all, I decided this year I'm gonna expand my horizons just a little bit and review projects from artists who I really have no interest in reviewing at all, whatsoever, at any point in my living, existing life. Period. So here we go, nigga number one. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got an album review today when he was talking about the brand new album that just fucking dropped from a nigga from Detroit who's been around for a hot minute, dropped a few singles that's been crazy hits, and a few albums that, they songs put together, and you listen to them, and if you like it, I guess, this nigga's back. He dropped his new shit. We gonna talk about it because honestly there's nothing else to talk about. But fuck it, why not? We here, so let's just deal with the shit while we can. Talking about the new album from Big Sean entitled I Decided. I don't know if I should have decided to do this, y'all. Ain't nothing against Big Sean, y'all. I just don't have any interest in the nigga shit. Good for you for succeeding in life, but nigga, I just don't. Big Sean is an artist who's out of Detroit, and he's been doing big things for many years. He signed with Kanye West, good music. He's got crazy hits on his belt like My Last and Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay and I Don't Fuck With You. I don't fuck with your music either. And some other shit. He's done a lot of shit. And this is the follow-up to his album Dark Sky Paradise, which I would have to say is his best album. But to me, still, it's just like an album that was like cool. And that's the thing about Big Sean. Like, I respect dude. Good for him for being able to succeed in this game. He's got a lot of crazy hits under his belt, but I've never been invested in Big Sean. I never thought he had a crazy album. I was never impressed with any of his albums. And even though I think the dude has a really nice flow and delivery, I think he lacks a little bit in the lyrics department. He has some very cringe-worthy lines throughout his albums that I just cannot forgive. Sometimes he just says some shit, I'm like, Sean, nigga, for real? You said that shit? For real? And that's the thing about it. And then just in general, I just never really got interested in any of the songs. But you know what? I said this time around, I'm going to open my mind up. I'm going to give Big Sean a shot. I think this nigga can do it. He's 4 albums deep. He's made a career. Nigga has to have a home run in the pocket at some point. And maybe this one is it. So now let's see if I Decided is the album that I've been waiting to get from Big Sean that just blows me fucking away. And I'm like, yes, I'm glad I decided to listen to this shit. Or if it's the album that I'm like, I should have fucking just decided not to even bother because I knew what I was getting into and I got in the same shit. Let's talk about it. Now, when it comes to the production on this album, Big Sean has chosen to go with more of a low-key, wavy, atmospheric type, dark-sounding type of production. It's not as very high energy as his other projects are. It's just something that's really just more of a chill version of anything he's done before, but it still has that trap influence, has the hard-hitting bass on here, and just some things that Big Sean can just ride over with that very quick, fast-paced, buttery flow that he has where he can just switch it up and just hit you with that rapid time and then kind of slow it down a little bit where he just bounces back and forth from different cadences and styles. So that's what Big Sean is working with on here. I think the production does really fit Big Sean, but at the same time it's the same style and type of shit that we've known Sean for rapping over for years, and it's just nothing new, nothing refreshing. I really didn't get anything out of it, and as far as the production itself, I really wasn't wowed by any of the beats on here. I was just like, yeah, I can see this being a beat on a Big Sean album or Big Sean rapping over this, but I was never like got a beat where I was like, yo, this shit's fucking crazy. There's been other Big Sean projects where there's been beats that I'm like, yo, this fucking beat is just crazy. I didn't get that at all on any of the tracks on here. I just thought like, yeah, these are cool. These are some nice bassy bangers. Okay, I get it. Some things worked for Big Sean, some things didn't on the production side. But overall, they weren't like god awful, but they weren't fucking amazing. They were just meh beats. They were like, meh, all right. They knock. They knock. That's all I can say is they fucking knock. And as far as the producers he got on here, he got a lot of niggas up on here. So let me just run down here. So he got Amari Johnson, Big Sean himself did some shit, Greg Romanecki, okay, Maximilian Yeager, Hitmaker, Smash David, Metro Boomin. If he don't trust you, he gonna shoot you. Fuck Wonder Girl, all right. Francis got heat, still paying that bill. Francis, good looking. I like it. I like you being responsible with your shit. Key Wayne, Hey DJ, Fuse, Trey Pounds, DJ Mustard, okay, DJ Dahi, okay, DJ Khalil, nigga, you got all the DJs on your shit, fuck, nigga, what the hell? Carrie Singer, Detail, the Track Burners, Who else up on here? And Rob got beats. So he got all the motherfuckers on here, a lot of big names on there, and they really do bring through some production that really caters to Sean Wall, like I said, but it's just nothing that really amazed me or wowed me. There are some beats on here that I did really enjoy. I like the really bouncy, airy, atmospheric approach to it, and there's some beats here that were just really dark and grim that I really just found Sean fitting on really well, but like I said, they just did not wow me, and I wasn't like, yo, this is one of the dopest beats I've heard in a hot while. It's just like, yo, these are some cool beats that, you know, Sean would fit over, and that's pretty much it. So now let's see what Big Sean did on these meh beats, and if he brought something out of it that made the meh more like, all right, I mean, that's not that bad. And let's just hope, Sean, just keep the cornball lines to just a minimum, please. Just no, I don't need to hear a line that's just gonna make me get mad. I don't want that from you, Sean. I want to like you. I want to like everything about you. You seem like a cool dude. So come on, let's work through this together. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Now, when it comes to Big Sean as an artist, I don't want y'all to think I hate this nigga. I don't hate Big Sean. I don't despise Big Sean. I just found myself being overly disappointed with him because I know the dude can do so much better than what he puts out and the material he puts out. When he first hit the scene, I thought the dude was dope. I liked his flow. I liked his style. He actually came through with a lot of solid, great songs, but as he started putting out his commercial albums, they just started to just not really do anything for me, and I really just felt they were subpar and just things that I were just like, yo, what the fuck is this? Because like, it would be like, and that's how every album would be for me. And on this album here, he's still doing the same goddamn thing. This album right here is just like another series of just a Big Sean songs that are just meh. He's got the songs out here that you know he's gonna do. And the thing about Big Sean is like, I mean, I don't know, they say that he came up with the style and the flow first, but it's a lot similar to what Drake does. But apparently Drake does it better than Sean did, but he's still doing it. But I mean, people say you can go to Drake and get the shit better, but if Sean created it, I mean, I guess Drake like stole it and said, nigga, I can do it better. Like anything you can do, I can do better. And he proved that shit apparently. And you really don't get anything new or unique or out the box with Sean from here. It's just something what you're used to getting, even though the album does have sort of a loose concept where I guess he sees himself as like this like older version of him if he didn't make the decisions to become like a famous rapper or do the things that ended up making him a famous rapper, and he just became some regular nigga who works the same job forever and then he just dies a lonely, painful, sad, tragic death at some point. But he decides like to go the other route, and that's what the kind of loose concept is. So it's all about, I guess, the decisions he makes, and each song sort of plays on that. But I feel like the concept just didn't really get executed that well. So it's like, I see the concept, but I thought it could have been executed a lot better than it was. Another thing is that Sean just comes through with like some dope lines on here, but then at the same time he comes through with those questionable, cringeworthy, nigga never say that shit on a song ever, nigga ever lines. Like he says shit like, yo, Ye found a pro, I guess I'm profound, or yo, I got the force but never forced nothing, or big face like Zordon, or nigga just, Sean, just stop doing these things. Just stop doing them. Nobody do. Don't you have a bar checker in your studio that tells you not to say this shit? Cause nigga, these things aren't dope. They're not dope. I think to you they are, but they're not, okay? They're not, and you can do better. If you knew better, you'd fucking do better. So now I'm telling you, you need to know better, nigga, because we need to stop this shit. 4 albums is enough. We can't do it no more. But I don't want y'all to think this shit is all fucking bad to me. No, there are some moments on here that I really do enjoy and that I think Sean really did well on. I like the subject matter on some of the songs on here. He's talking about personal issues like with his mom and with his family, him coming up, and how he feels like, you know, he's gotten to a certain point at a certain celebrity, but he still feels like he's underrated and he needs to be respected more, and he still feels like he needs to do more or do better. You do. And I think there's just these things on here that Big Sean is really open about, and he's really just, you know, letting you know how he feels about things, which is really dope. It's just those other things and other moments on here that really bog down this album that just makes it sound just meh and basic and just nothing really just crazy about, you know, really getting hype about a Big Sean project. That's the thing about these things that I just really just can't get over with when I listen to a Big Sean album, is that I just get bored or I just get really just tuned out of them because it's nothing new or exciting that I hear. And when it comes to the features on this album, Sean got a few heavy hitters on here. So let me show you who he got. Hold the fuck up. I got it right here. So he's got Jeremiah, Eminem, 2088, which I guess is his group with Janae Aiko. If I said this shit right or wrong, you know who the fuck I'm talking about, his girl. Who else is up on this motherfucker? The Dream, all right. Migos, okay. Raindrop, Drop Top, okay. The Flint, Chosen Choir, and Stara. Okay, so he's got a few people on here, not too many features on here. There's only 14 tracks on the entire album, so it's not too many heavy on the features, which is good. But the features in here all come in, and they really don't do anything to really accentuate the album that much. I mean, they come in with either a hook or a verse that's really, it's cool. It's nothing that's mind-blowing. I mean, it fits for what it is, but I really wasn't overly impressed with any of the features on here. I didn't think that any of them were terrible. I just was like, okay, so-and-so's on that track, okay, they did that, and that's it. Now, you know I gotta give you my top 5 tracks. This was quite difficult, y'all, because honestly, I really didn't like too many songs on here. Actually, the middle chunk of this album, I could just skip that whole shit because it was just boring and not interesting and just mind-numbingly just dull to me. But the top half of the album and the end of the album I thought were okay at best. So let me give you my top 5. Hold on, I got them right here. So it's Light, Bounce Back, No Favors, Sunday Morning Jetpack, and Bigger Than Me. Okay, so let's go back to the top. So Light is the first track on the album. Well, it's the intro, and then the first actual song is Light. Features Jeremiah, and I like this song. I like the beat on here. It's very low key. Got some nice like chord piano Rhodes type sound up on there, and it's just, you know, Big Sean talking about like, yo, no matter how much shade they throw at me, no matter how much bullshit they try to, you know, throw on my name, they can't take away my light, they can't take away the success and what I've been able to attain in this game and where I'm at in my status. So like, no matter what y'all try to fucking do, Big Sean says, it ain't gonna take away my light. And I like that because he's pretty much saying, yo, it's just, you know, he's gonna continue to persevere and go through these things and just continue to make his name as Big Sean can make it, regardless of all these things about him that we just can't get over. He's gonna still continue to do the same shit anyway. But fuck it, all right, Big Sean, it's your career, nigga. Do what the fuck you want to do. Just keep the lines down to a minimum that are whacked. Just do that for me and we could be okay. We could be okay. But it's a dope track. I like how it opened up, and it actually made me intrigued with this album and thinking, okay, I might get something more out of this album from Big Sean. But I mean, eventually, you know, I got hit with the real. But it was a good start, though. It was a good fucking start. So check out the track. It's dope. The next track is Bounce Back, and it's the next track on here, and this is actually the lead single, and I actually think this is a cool track. I like the energy on it. Big Sean's coming through with a dope fucking verse and dope fucking flow in here, and he's pretty much talking about, yo, he took a few L's, but he still bounced back. Like, you know, no matter what else he takes, he's gonna bounce back. He's got a really nice beat on here. I like the beat on here. I think it's a Metro Boomin beat, and it really just comes, it just really just accentuates Sean's style and flow really well. A good single. I see why they picked it as a single, and it is a standout. It's not like an amazing track to me, but I think it is pretty dope, and it knocks. So hey, I mean, all right, Bounce Back ain't bad compared to the rest of the joints on here. So it is single worthy, I think. Yeah, I think you should check it out. I'm pretty sure you already have heard the shit, but if you have not heard it, listen to the shit. It's a dope one. The next song is No Favors. This features Eminem, and I think this is probably the strongest song on the entire project, which is actually very surprising because I didn't really expect much, even though with the two names on here, I didn't know how they were gonna gel or mesh well. And on here, I just think it's like, it's a cool track, it's a dope track. It didn't really amaze me though, that's the thing. The beat on here is very just menacing and sinister. It's got this just really just like eerie vibe to it. And you know, it's pretty much just talking about like, yo, they ain't getting no favors to get where they got. I mean, they had to work hard. They got no favors. And I mean, the thing about it is that's Big Sean's verse. But then M comes with a verse that ain't got shit to do with any of that. It's M doing M shit. Like, he went back to shady days, and that, it's like, he's talking about sodomizing and like peeing on people, and he said fuck Trump, which I do agree with that. But it's like he's just doing this shit that he really doesn't need to do anymore. I mean, we've heard that from him. I mean, dude's been in the game for so long, like it's just not as like impactful as it used to be. It just feels like he's doing a little absol action. He's just reaching just a little bit. And I mean, but it's still a cool verse. I like the flow he did on there. I like what he kind of like, you know, how he just kind of bounced back and forth. But I just felt like it was just complete polar opposites with the subject matter. And I mean, I just think it was just for the sake of having him on the track. Big Sean had him on the track, even though down low he was probably like, yo, it ain't got shit to do with the song. And but I mean, you did it, so fuck it. I'm gonna throw it on there. I ain't gonna say no. You the greatest, nigga. So what the fuck? So I'm gonna take it anyway. God damn it. The next song is Sunday Morning Jetpack, and this is one of the more heartfelt songs from Big Sean, which I really do like. He's a little bit more personal, talking about how many blessings he's received. You know, the blessings he sent back up, they've come back down. He talks about his family and, you know, just reminiscing on the good times and whatnot. And I like it. I really don't care too much for the dream on here. I mean, I don't think he's terrible, but I really didn't like. I didn't like too much of it. I really think Sean should have took this song, probably his own self, came up with a cool hook for it. But overall, I think it's a dope song. I like it. It's one of the more personal tracks on here. Beat on here is really dope. And I think it's just something that's going to be probably the next single. It sounds like another single that he will probably put out. So I think it will be a good single. And I mean, hey, if you want to rock a jetpack on Sunday morning to church, I don't know where you can get one of them shits, but fuck, if you do, maybe some shit will happen to you like Big Sean and you'll get a successful career off that whatever it is he does. I don't know what the fuck he does to get so successful, but whatever, it doesn't matter. He's got a jetpack. Where do you buy that shit? I don't know, but hook me up. Goddamn it, I want one. Dope track. Check it out. And the last track is Bigger Than Me, and it features the Flint Chosen Choir and Star, who all do a good job on here. I like their vocals on here. It's pretty much Sean just saying, yo, this shit is bigger than me. Like, pretty much like everything that I've done, you know, the success I've attained, like, you know, he still feels like it's bigger than him. He can attain more. He can do things that, you know, he has yet to accomplish. No matter where he's reached now, he feels like the decisions he's made has made him to a certain level, but he can make more decisions or better decisions to make it even better and bigger, because like, I mean, I think he feels like he just still has a lot more to prove and a lot more to show. So it's a good song to close out the loose concept of this album, and I just think it's something that really just shows another personal side of Big Sean, and I think that's where he's really at his strongest point. When he gets personal, he gets real, and when he does those things, I feel like that's where Big Sean shines the most, and that's what you get in the first and the last half of this album. I didn't get too interested in that middle chunk, but I do, like I said, think the front half and the end half are the strongest, but that really isn't still saying much because it's still meh overall. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Big Sean I Decided is an overall meh to decent album with a few solid cuts on here, but also a lot of tracks on here that I just do not care for. All I'm saying is that the production on here is cool, but it's not amazing. The features on here are cool, but they're not amazing. And Big Sean on here is cool, but not amazing. And there's still those cringe-worthy lines and just subject matter that I just do not find myself interested in. And overall, this album just has a few tracks on here that I like, don't love. There's no tracks on here that I absolutely love, but there's tracks on here that I just don't even, I just hit that skip button real quick, that whole middle chunk, skip all that shit. But give me the first 3 tracks and like the last 4 tracks. So half the album is cool, the other half is meh. So I mean, Big Sean, he just gave me another album that I really just didn't get anything too much out of. So I guess you're going back on the list of niggas that I'm never reviewing ever again. I gave you a shot and nigga, I can't do it again. So all I gotta say is that for me, Big Sean, I Decided is not Granddad approved, but I will give it a just barely Granddad recommended. And that's because, like I said, I only cared for a few songs. I didn't love any songs, didn't like a lot of songs, and it's just more of what we got from Big Sean. And it's just like, I mean, I want to love an album, Sean. I really do. I don't fucking hate you. I don't want y'all to think I'm just up here shitting on this nigga. It's just, I'm being real. It's like, there's albums that he puts out and they're just not up to his potential. I think he can do a lot fucking better than what he does and what he puts out. And that's what frustrates the shit out of me with this nigga, Sean. But I got nothing more to say. Big Sean, I Decided. It's just barely Granddad recommended. So check it out if you decide you want to. But like I said, just don't expect much, because he's doing the same shit. The same fucking shit. And I just want a little difference. A little tweaking of the system is all I'm asking for, Sean. That's all I'm asking for. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Big Sean I Decided. If you've heard it, if you have not heard it, like I said, it's nothing different than what you get from Big Sean. You get a couple good tracks out of here, but I didn't find myself overly loving this album. Just like every other Big Sean project, it's meh. I probably won't listen to this shit after like this review, and that's pretty much, to be honest. I'll probably hear a song or two here, maybe, if I'm in the mood, which most likely I won't be at all. Previous videos on the side, as well as my latest single, check it out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, links in the description below, and subscribe. Button on the screen, button below, Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the gaming channel. Check that shit out. It's back in full effect. CDK studies coming back soon, and I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Big Sean, I Decided. Sean, you tried again. It works for you, just don't work for me. And I mean, shit. Maybe the next, no, fuck it, I'm not listening to another one. Fuck it, I'm done. That's it, that's over. It's over. You're on the list forever. I'm out of here.